Boop. All right. We're going to have a dark chapter here, although it's not going to be that actual dark. Ooh, sorry. But as I drive to work in the dark, after being up and working on some other stuff, it's 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm off to job number 2, and it was I want to say a really busy weekend, but it actually wasn't the weekend. It was my one day off, but I crammed a whole weekend into one day off, and not in a fun way, but in a productive way. So we're still trying to change all the things, right? And that's what I was working on. I had meetings with people, I had phone calls with people, I had emails to make, I had numbers to crunch, I had ideas to build on, I had all of those things to do. And the problem with me and my brain is that I get overwhelmed. I want to do all of those things and I don't know what to do, and so I end up being quite like a little bee, and I just kind of go thing to thing to thing to thing, which I don't have the opportunity to do right now. I've got to get my crap done, or we're gonna lose the house, we're gonna lose a lot, which obviously is not the goal here. So while I'm doing a lot, while I'm doing things, I am also talking to a lot of people because they're checking on how things are going out of kindness, which is very sweet. But it is also in these conversations getting back to me that there is still this underlying theme of not enough. I'm not doing enough. Am I really doing what I'm saying I'm doing? Because it's not happening fast enough. Things aren't changing fast enough. So am I really doing it? So that's what I'm going to address here. Yes, I am doing everything I can do. And I don't know if I've ever even said it on this, but I say it all the time in real life. I'm so sick of telling people I'm doing all I can do, because I really am doing all I can do. And a lot of times it'll be, but have you thought of this? Well, I promise you, we have. We have thought of everything. It's going to be a rare hit that's like, oh, that's unique. And it does happen. It does. I had a friend, oddly enough, send me a reel on Instagram. It was like, maybe it will work, maybe it wouldn't. I don't know. And it was actually a really cool way to try to get more creative work. One that I had not ever thought of, although I had done similar things, I had never done this thing. So heck yeah, I'm gonna do that. I got some other stuff I've got to finish up first, but I'm on that. Because I miss my creative life. I miss my artful life. I miss making the money I made when I had my artful life. I do miss those things. But you know what? In our situation, I can't dive head first into what I wish it was again, because it takes time to start back up, and I'm not afforded that right now. And I am not saying that as a pity party. I'm not. I'm saying our situation, I cannot do that right now. It would be a horrible move. So, yes, I'm doing all I can do. When it's like, I know you're trying to save your house. Have you thought about selling it? Yes. Yes, we've thought about that. Yes, we briefly talked about it, because it's not a good choice for us right now. And the reason it's not a good choice for us right now is it's not like we have a $10,000 a month house payment and we could sell the house, get a lot of money, and just flat out buy a house, or get a smaller house for less rent. In all honesty, we've been in our house for almost 24 years, and an apartment would be near the same payment, so potentially more. And so that would not be a good idea. And if we downsized, if you will, we don't have a big house, but if we made it even smaller, got a teeny tiny house or a teeny tiny apartment, because we don't have a big house to begin with, it's going to be really hard to turn the living room into a portrait studio when I need it. You know what I'm saying? It's hard enough to have a studio in your home. I can't even imagine making somebody come to my apartment. It doesn't make sense for us right now. Plus, it would be really hard to be terminally ill and have to move. I can't even imagine my husband having to go through that. And not even just moving places, he could do that, but trying to physically move. Because also bear in mind, we moved an entire studio into our house. So it would be the purge of the century trying to decide what could even fit into something smaller when we haven't had time to fit what we have from the studio in our house now. And it's driving us both nuts. And we both agree on that. We're not fighting over that. We're both like, dear God Almighty, we feel like we are living in hoarders. And when we have a minute, we will address that. Right now, we have so much bigger things. So, yes, I'm doing everything. My phone's twisting. I'm doing everything I'm saying I am doing. I am trying to make more money. I am trying to get caught up on everything. I am trying to help my husband with disability. I am trying to be a good caretaker. I am trying to teach photography, do photography, all the things that would make more money, and take care of all of the things to catch us up and just make our situation go back normal. Because this right here is not normal for me. This isn't normal. I even talked about my mornings on a podcast, or this little video thing. I talked about, don't run into me. I talked about that I do the miracle morning. I get up and I take a good hour to work out and meditate and visualize and read, and I have all of these, like I say, affirmations. I have this beautiful woo-woo morning. Let me tell you, when you're leaving for work at 6 o'clock in the morning, you don't have time to woo, much less woo-woo, because I was working on, so I went to bed at like 9:30. I'm not staying up super late because I can't. I'm not somebody who can do that. But I'm trying. I am trying everything. And I think one of the weirdest things that I've discovered on this journey is how people react when you're trying to do everything. And people are helpful, they're super helpful, or they're helpful in obvious ways, which I'm sure I've done that too, where it's like, have you thought about making money? Well, no shit. Yes. There's obvious help, and then there's like off the wall help, like my friend sent me. There's you know what, I'm giving you money to help with the house payment right now, or buy medicine for your husband or whatever, which is super helpful also. But so there is a lot of really beautiful help that I'm so grateful for, but there is also a lot of judgment that comes with our position. And I think it actually happens on both sides. Rich gets judgment on how he's handling being sick. He's been told to quit his pity party. He's, get his mind right, get up and do stuff. You can do more than you're doing. And you know what? There's days, hell yeah, he can do more than he's doing, and his mindset should be better. And I tell you what, there's days I'm the same damn way. And I promise you there's days you're that way too. You could be doing more and you're in a shitty mood. And you know what? You put that on top of being terminally ill while everything's crumbling under you and there's nothing you can do. I can't swear that I would be the most stellar thing either. So that judgment's hard too, especially from people that don't live with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like when your kid won't clean up their room. You can bitch about them being messy, but the neighbor that's never been to their room doesn't need to bitch about them being messy. They need to shut up and just say, wow, great kid. It's that kind of thing. So he gets judgment. I get judgment about not making enough money, not working hard enough. Well, if this job isn't making enough money, why don't I have a different job? Why haven't I just gotten a different career? Why haven't, like, there's all these things that I just need to magically do. And, man, it's hard to force magic to happen. It's hard to force magic. Because I believe in magic and I believe in all the good stuff, but I'm doing all I can do. And when I'm headed to work before the sun comes up and I am working all day, and then I will come home and I won't be home until almost 6 o'clock on a Friday night. It's okay. Like, when am I doing all of these things? I don't get a lunch hour at the job I have right now. I will be on my feet working the whole time. Which is fine. Also not a complaint, but also realize I'm doing all I can do. And if you know somebody in our position, man, don't judge them. Just be like, you may not have advice for them. I get it. You know, we don't have advice for ourselves in this situation because we've never been in this situation, right? And we are trying. If you know what, this person's trying really hard, and I know so-and-so that is hiring and might help them. I don't know. It's just one of those weird situations. I don't even know that it's a whole referral thing. I have friends in the mortgage industry that, my God, one of them is doing everything he can do to help us with our house. Everything. He is referring me to an attorney that I spoke to that was wonderful and helpful. And I need to go leave a Google review for him. That one referred me to another bankruptcy attorney that I met with yesterday, and it looks like we're going to do round 2 on that, because this guy I loved way more than that first guy that I was not so enamored with. And so I met with him, and he was great. So yeah, referring people is amazing. It's how I'm going to get good people to work with, right? It's how I'm trying to turn all of this, because I tell you what, it's a big ding-dang ship to turn, if you will. It's almost like a ship with all of its lifeboats in the water, and I have to turn all of that. It's not just one thing. It's not just figure out the house. It's also the disability, the taxes, that slow car in front of me that's going to make me late for work. Why are we doing this, sir? It's all the lifeboats, right? And Rich is there to cheer me on, but there's not a lot he can do. And in all fairness, there's not a lot anybody can do. I just have to freaking do it. It's just taking me a minute. So be patient. If you're somebody that's like, I don't know that she's really trying to take care of this because it's not happening quickly enough, just know that yes I am. It's just that whatever ship you're seeing me turn, there's a lot of them that have to turn at the same time. I'm not just turning the disability ship or there's a bunch of them. So bear with me. There's going to be happy things. There's going to be hard things, because it's a bounce up. And I told you in the beginning, it's not just one straight bounce, right? It's going to jag up. And it has. I kind of wish I could see this shit on a graph, because probably funny. All right. I'm going to let you guys go so I can finish my drive, because in a minute I am going to hit the highway part of my journey, and it's going to be hard to talk. It's a little bit easier as I back road all the way over to the highway. And in another 15 minutes I'll be hitting the highway. So I love you guys. I appreciate that you listen to me, and I will talk to you